What's up, everybody? This is James with Quantum Mechanic. Today we're going to do the toolbox tour. Let's get right into it. So first drawer here is the socket drawer. So if you guys want more detail, I have another video where I talk in great detail about everything. So I'm just going to briefly go through this. This is my standard, and pretty much everything else is metric. I've moved my overflow sockets. These are from Capri. I'm going to be doing a review on these. These are the impacts. And then pretty much the rest of this is either extra metric or standard, because I just don't use standard all that much. Oil filter sockets right there. I'll show you real quick. Boom. Those are really great. Amazon. All right. So yeah, large axle nut sockets. These are going to be the 1/2-inch shallow and deeps. These are the torque sticks. Once again, this is some of the stuff from Capri. We're doing some reviews on that. These are the shallows from Capri. And this is a new set I just picked up. Haven't even opened it yet. These are the ultra stubbies from Snap-on. They're actually shallower than my 1/4 inch from Snap-on. So we're doing putting those to use and doing a review on that. But yeah, this is it. I finally warrantied out all of my Snap-on impacts. He just gave me a whole new one because they were all wallered out and such that nature. These are the 1/4 inch. From Capri. I've been using the metric ones and they're really nice. The rail's really nice. So anyway, that's that. I've been wanting to do a review on these two. These are the Quinn spark plug sockets. I've had them for over a year and they've been great. So anyway, so that's that. Let's move on down to the next drawer. This is going to be wrenches. So not much has changed here. This is my gear wrench extra long. 1/2-inch, that's my Capri. It's my new go-to. Nothing much has changed here too much. These are still some of the best wrenches I've ever used, the Icons. And then these are my gear wrench metric or standard. So pretty much everything over here is standards. This is for distributors and stuff. Moxnick sizes there. Some overflow, like in-use wrenches go here. And then I got my adjustable ends. These are the ratcheting open ends. They're okay. They get the job done for low torque stuff, but they're not super great. Got these at O'Reilly's, but they're nice to have when you only have a little bit of space and you can only use an open end. Okay, so this drawer has changed a little bit. I now have the Blue Power, the Cornwall stubby ratcheting wrenches. I really, really like that style of wrench. These are some 1/2-inches I don't use too much. This is the Capri. This is a really fantastic set. I got the 12 and 14 because I use those the most. This is a really fantastic set. I'm in the process of making a video for that, so keep an eye out. I'm going to get some more use out of it before I do the final thoughts video, but so far so good. These the Capri extra long ratchet. I did a video on that. Check that out. This one's really nice. This is my torque wrench. This is my 3H split beam style torque wrench. I use this a lot for suspension components because I have a really nice Snap-on torque wrench, so I don't want to get dirty. So I use this one for that. It doesn't have to be exact. Brake caliper bolts, upper ball joint, stuff like that. So really good. I picked this up on the sale recently. I don't really know what to do with it. It's probably going to be a gift, maybe a giveaway on the channel. I don't really like doing that stuff, but anyway, this is cool. I like to have it. This is another torque wrench I like to use. This is for this is a 1/4 inch body and a 3/8 head. That's from Icon. That's a really, really nice Snap-on. I have a video on that too. All right, moving on down. This is pliers and screwdrivers and such. So this is an Icon set of screwdrivers. I just also picked this up on sale. These have been really good so far. I don't use screwdrivers all that much, so I have a video on this too if you guys want to check it out. Long picks live in here. The short pits live in my 90%. If it's something that's not in this toolbox, by the way, it's going to be in my 90% box that I have a video on. I'll be doing an update on as well. This is for the insider ratchet right here. And this is the grip edge set. I absolutely love this set. I will 100% be picking up more grip edge tools as I can afford it. This is a Easy Red 1/4 inch and bit driver. That one's pretty good for the extra leverage. These picks and such I've talked about in the past. So this is how it's laid out. This is the plier drawer. So a lot going on here. I'm not going to go over everything. Hose clamp pliers, some Snap-on pliers. These are the exhaust hanger pliers, some vice grips, some just basic things. This is worth its weight in gold. The remote hose clamp this is from Lyle. That's really good. This is actually a fuel pump for the fuel pump ring. It's like an all-in-one adapter kit. You guys seem really interested in this last time I popped it out, but this right here is a tool for like doing the water pump pulleys. So it goes on the, this right here goes on a bolt, and then the rest of it kind of leverages against the other bolt, so you can bust everything free. So this is a really nice set. I like to have it seal puller. Don't come across that too much anymore, but I like to have them. Spark plug boot remover. The standard stuff. These are really good for separating hoses, overflow, snap-on channel locks, and mechanical slip joint pliers. The small sets here, line clamps. These are body clip removers. The pistol grip and the straight-on bolt removers. Those are really nice. And then, as you can tell, these are some of the Lyle specialty ones. This is for the fuel lines. That's really nice to have. These are the electrical disconnects. I put them in this toolbox because I have the snap-on electrical disconnects, which I'll be doing a video on soon as well. So that's that. This is a big Craftsman wrench, and then this is the big Swedish pipe wrench from Icon. That's a really nice one. And then my go-to way for removing stuck oil filters is this style right here. I have other styles, but that's my go-to one. That's why it lives in here. That's that. The bottom drawer is some of the power tools I have. I finally got me a big proper size Sawzall, because this M12 just doesn't quite do it for big thick fasteners when you're trying to cut them out. Angle grinder still can't beat it. Drill still can't beat it. This, I think I have videos on all these tools in here. So just a really great set. I've recently been using this kind of as like a small impact driver, kind of a go-to. Depending on how I park the van, sometimes I'm next to the car rather than in front of the car, and I don't want to pull out my 90% box, so I'll pull this out if I'm just pulling off a cover or something like a 10mm cover. And this is a really nice impact driver, so highly recommend. The high torque, I've talked about that, and then this is just some adapters for that, extra batteries and such too. Okay, so this is going to be my scrapers and wire brushes. Pretty much never use that in the automotive field. I got some lock wire in here. That's really useful. I have a full set of these, which I'll show you guys in a second, but basically this is all my quick disconnect type tools and fittings, Moxnix things I've accumulated over the years. The stretch belt installers and removers, different styles, different things in here. AC vent temperature gauge, UV light with the goggles, brake pad sensor. This is for the GMs to install the stretch belt in the GMs. That's really nice to have specifically for those. Never use that. Some feeler gauges. I like to break them apart because it's easier to use, and I just put them back. Spark plug gapper, hardly ever use that. Tire pressure gauge, thread pitch gauge, machinist scale right there. Never use that hardly ever either, but I like to have it. And then this is where I put my safety glasses. I like to have a dedicated spot for the safety glasses because I hate them getting scratched. So I buy cheap ones and then just kind of, as they get scratched, I replace them. This is some more of the power tools. This is kind of electrical diagnostic repair type stuff, overflow. So I got extra light just so I can see soldering gun. I love that thing. Temperature gun, this is really great. I've talked about that ad nauseum. And then cheap off-brand heat gun for shrink wrap. Razor blades, battery terminal cleanup kit, Moxnix stuff in here. Anytime, like I have some fuses for display for the customer, because this fuse looks good, but it fails the continuity test. So just because you look at a fuse doesn't mean it's good. Non-contact voltmeter for coils and stuff like that. A saver for the RTV, razor blade for when I need it. Anyway, I like these style of razor blades as well. These are I don't think I've ever shown you guys before. This is for doing valve adjustments. So I have a 10 and a 12 millimeter kit. This is just a cheap set you can buy off Amazon, but I had a really nice set. I lost it, so then I replaced it with a cheap one because they're pretty much just the same thing. All right, this is the bad day drawer. I've talked about this one as well, but basically hammers, pickle forks. This Icon dead blow hammer is absolutely fantastic. I've added some stuff to it, some things I haven't used yet. Like this is I bought this like 6 months ago. This is an extractor kit from Snap-on. But I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it, right? Some, bolt nut cutters, bolt extraction things. This one, I don't want to go too much in detail, but I've talked about all these things before. So just really great punch kit. This is another, I've used this one a handful of times already. These are Snap-on bolt and screw extractor drill bit set. impact driver, and then these are from Drill Hog. I haven't talked about these yet, but y'all finally convinced me to get a nice set of, look at that, lifetime warranty drill bits. So yeah, anyway, that's that. And then down here at the bottom, I have kind of like a diagnostic drawer. So this is where I put my scanner. I don't actually house my power probe in here, but I have my stethoscope, my leads, and then my camera. And then, you know, oxygen sensor kit, serpentine belt kit, which I don't actually use those all that much anymore, but it's nice to have. And then these are some triple squares, which I also don't use. And then I have an old school diagnostics code reader that I've had for like ever. It's really good for those like 96 to 2001 cards that, you know, this just doesn't talk to. So, and then this is the Top Don scanner. So the updates on this are pretty expensive, but it's still one of my favorite scanners, pocket scanners. Okay. All right. So on the side here, and then we're going to go to the top. On the side here, I have my pry bars. Talked about these. Hyper Toughs are really great. I picked up some of these Pittsburgh screwdrivers. Really, I just bought it for this straight blade screwdriver so I could use it as a pick. That's pretty much all it's for. Serpentine belt toolkit. That's really nice. And then battery picker-upper, some spare zip ties. Okay, so on the top here, this is some of my electrical repair, like crash kit, if you will. This is the ball joint press kit from Icon. That thing is fantastic. This is where I keep my, I've talked to you guys about this before too, but this is the Mighty Vac. So really great for diagnosing harmonic balancer puller kit there. And then this is the insider ratchet is the spare. So I haven't used it yet. I just bought it because I was trying to repair my old one and I wasn't sure if I could do it or not. So I was able to take it apart and repair it. So that's long story short, but I'll be posting a video on that as well. All right, so top drawers, kind of a bad day drawer. These are large tap and dies. This is small tap and dies, and then this is for the Dremel. This is a diode checker. So I keep it in here because it's probably a little bit more on the delicate side, but I like to have that. It's really good to have. My old Gen 1 stubby, I don't have anywhere else to put it and I like having it. Panel poppers, and then this is an insert kit for helicoils. So this is how I've moved my wrenches and ratchets, my ratchets up here. I hardly ever get in here, but every once in a while you have a specialty thing you need to get into. So if you guys want more detail on this, check out my other video. Not much has changed. Haven't really added any new ratchets, extensions, wobble extensions, locking extensions, thumb drive swivels, such of that nature. Nothing too crazy. This one's really great. But yeah, so anyways, if you guys want to check that out in more detail, go ahead. And then I showed you guys this already. This is the socket drawer, Allen keys. This is our mostly metric 12-point type stuff. And I'm really excited to use this. This is the metric impact and 3/8. So I haven't quite used it yet, but I'm probably going to switch everything over to this, try it out, give you guys a review on it. Okay, this is going to be consumables. So, you know, just consumables for flat tires and such that nature, which I don't like doing. Wire, and then these are the new style zip ties I have. This is the overflow, so I have more in the back of the van, easy access. Okay, this is that quick connect fitting I was showing you guys. Extra picks, some jeweler's files, and then an extra picks again, and my impact driver, an extra impact driver. Down here is kind of slacking, but this is gonna be like small repairs and maintenance type stuff. Allen keys. I hate using these L-shaped Allen keys, but I have them. Some some super lube for wrench repairs and stuff like that. So this is work in progress. Down here, this is kind of diagnostics and overflow consumables. So I got, you know, some cutoff wheels, some grinding wheels, some heat gun accessories. I use these all the time for my die grinder to clean up surfaces. Battery tester, use it all the time. Timing light, I use it all the time. And then I have a really nice vacuum gauge. Use that all the time. If you know how to use a vacuum gauge, you can be pretty dangerous. All right, guys. So that is the toolbox. All right. Let me know what you guys think. I'm glad I could finally get the review to you guys. And then, like I said, I have the rest of the van tour. If you guys want to check that out, I'll link it for you. Any questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the description below. And stay safe out there, guys.